Bum, 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 bum. Da, da, da. It's not quite 8 o'clock yet, so I'm just making sure everything's set up properly. I have my cheat sheet, because there is no way in hell I'm playing this game without a cheat sheet. I am cheating through this game like mad. I should put this over here somewhere. That'll do for now. I don't know why anyone would let's play this game. This game is the worst. Well, obviously it's not the worst, but... Oh boy. Is it bad. It does have good music though. Really loud in my ears. It should just be a quiet background noise for you, hopefully, if my audio is set up correctly. I do think this is definitely the worst SCIO game. It's pretty close to being the worst adventure game. I think King's Quest VIII might be worse. But maybe that's just from the shock of how bad that was. There's also Phantasmagoria. That's pretty bad. Oh, look how sexy I look. Look at that executive producer credit. I wouldn't want that on there, mate. Take that off. Don't want none of that shit. These are all these, you know, people that worked on Sierra games. You go down your your credit list. You're trying to sign up to a new company, and you're like, just ignore that Codename ICEMAN. That one, yeah. If Mark Siebert, I would not put this on my credit list. Though it is good music. I assume that they've got a special thanks to the United States Navy because this uses United States Navy within the story, and you've got to ask permission, I believe, to do that. Because they don't want you to make a game or a movie that's all about how bad they are. Welcome to the beautiful island of Tahiti, where warm South Pacific breezes caress the emerald clear waters of blank. A place of fun and relaxation, a place where love and romance can be found, a wonderland where anyone can get lost in its magic. This isn't a Leisure Suit Larry game. We find our man, Lieutenant Commander John B. Westland of the United States Navy, enjoying a well-deserved leave from his recent assignment. Our story opens with Commander Westland on the beach, soaking up the sun. Yeah, I'm not sure of the exact rule. I've never worked with them, obviously, so... but it's something like, yeah, you're supposed to ask them, possibly just to be nice, or maybe they can stop you, I don't know. I assume you can just do it without asking and deal with it later. On the table, you see a news magazine. This blonde is definitely a babe. So yeah, this clearly took inspiration from Leisure Suit Larry 3. I don't know which one came first. Oh, okay, can I take? Can I just type take? I wanted to be lazy. You read an article featuring the North African country of Tunisia. Because of the global oil shortage, this small third world country finds itself in a powerful political position. Because of Tunisia's neutral stance and her overabundance of high-grade crude, the United States and Russia find themselves in a tug-of-war as they negotiate for oil. Isn't that Saudi Arabia? And Iraq and Iran? Weren't they the places that they had the oil crisis? Where Russia and America, like, clashed heads? After reading the article, you begin to think, what a dangerous explosive situation this could be. What with all the explosive fuel? I got a point. I should put up my speed, actually. Nope, too much. Oh, wrong button. It would be really funny if you could dive without having sunscreen. Let's go for a swim. When I think Iceman, I think beaches. I mean, yeah. It's kind of a bit weird that Codename ICEMAN, a game about submarines and tactical spy action, starts on a beach in Tahiti. You've overestimated your strength and can't tread water any longer. I wasn't treading water, I was swimming. Swimming the fuck away from this game. Gonna need a need for deaths. Alright, let's annoy these people by just walking in. Isn't she cute? I didn't look at her, I just looked at the scenery. Apparently Tahiti's a female, and she's good looking. I know I didn't talk to you or anything, but I'm going to play ball. Glad you joined in, she says. 2 against 1 is making me tired. So I hope you're ready. This is going to take a bit. I'm not touching the controls, by the way. This isn't me playing. I think it's going to get to about 10 on the score, and then that's going to be the end. Oops, there goes the ball. You hear calls for help. Nah. For your heartless attitude. Codename Iceman says, how dare you? And I've got it on a pretty fast speed as well. If you're playing this on the normal speed, this would take even longer. Oops, there goes the ball. Alright. You hear calls for help. You don't even get to swim out and save her. You reach the drowning girl and find her unconscious. It's been like 10 seconds, mate. Grabbing her, you swim back to the beach. You quickly position the woman flat on her back with her head slightly below her heart. You will find the correct rescue procedure listed in the game documentation. So I've died twice in this game. By swimming and by walking away. And yet here, in the exact moment where it's like, follow the script in the manual for copy protection, You can't die. I can... You just leave, you know? It doesn't do nothing. Exit. You can type whatever you want. Touch face. The game doesn't care. You just have to follow the manual. I've already done this, so I don't know why this is here. Yeah, that's already done. So, shake and shout. After gently shaking the victim, you try getting a response by saying, "Are you okay, unconscious lady?" Let's call for help. I mean, these 3 people are watching, or 2 people, but... Help? Turning to the others, you shout, "Please, someone go for emergency medical aid." Excitedly, the man says, "I'll take care..." Excitedly? Look at that run animation. That's pretty good. Establish the airway? Quickly, you tilt her head back and open her mouth. Sweeping the open mouth with your finger, you make sure nothing is blocking her airway. Okay. Look, listen, and feel. You place your ear close to the victim's mouth and try to listen and feel for a breath. At the same time, you look to see if the chest is moving. If you know what I mean. Give 2 good breaths. You pinch the nostrils closed, open your mouth wide, and take a deep breath. You make a tight seal over the victim's mouth and breathe into her mouth. You take another deep breath and breathe into her mouth again, watching her chest rise. So in the modern day CPR, you don't actually do this. Because you're not supposed to make, like, actual contact with their face anymore. You're supposed to use, like, a little plastic thing you can stick over your mouth. And if you don't have one, you're not really meant to breathe in. You're just supposed to do the compressions. Also, I haven't checked her pulse yet, so I shouldn't be doing this part of CPR. Compressions is more important than breathing. After giving the victim 2 ventilations, you look, listen, and feel again. However, you still can't get a response. Now I'm checking the pulse. This seems to be in the wrong order, but things have changed since I did senior first aid as well, so... You check the carotid artery for 5 to 10 seconds, trying to find a pulse. Unfortunately, you don't. The carotid artery is in the neck. I don't think that's actually the place you'd check now. The recommended places, I think it's underneath the armpit and in between the groin. Because they're better places to find an actual pulse. The neck can give you false sensations, apparently, I think. And now I'm going to begin compressions, which, as far as I remember when I did senior first aid, which was about 10 years ago, compressions are the most important part of CPR. It pushes the lungs as well as the heart, and it's like, you don't even need to do the breathing. Compressions alone can kickstart breathing again. Quickly, you locate the bottom of the sternum. Using your index and middle fingers, you measure up the chest, finding the proper point to start compressions. I didn't learn how to do that in CPR. It was literally, you just put your hand there and start fucking whacking away. Should be like right on almost the middle of their chest. And you will break their chest doing it. You will break ribs if you're doing it right. Using the heel of your hands, keeping your fingers from touching the chest, you start compressions at a ratio of 15 compressions to 2 breaths. You act fast, compressing the chest 1.5 to 2 inches at a rate of 80 to 100 compressions per minute. Oh, he's gonna watch out. Like, yeah, that's right. In the excitement, you think to yourself, I must check her pulse in 1 minute. So if you're doing it to a female, you would be pushing rather hard on the top of their breast. You check the carotid artery again. You become excited as you notice she is breathing on her own, and you detect a faint pulse at the same time. They happen together normally. I mean, if they're breathing, they've normally got a pulse. Once again, the game has decided to play itself for a bit. You continue checking her pulse and detect that it's getting stronger and stronger. I don't think you're meant to continue compressions after you find a pulse. Because continued compressions can, like, if you're not in the right rhythm with the heart, you stop the heart. But that might, once again, it's a long time since I've done senior. You watch as the doctor examines the girl. Yeah, this is totally life-saving. He's not just, you know, getting a good old Mac on. The doctor turns to you and says, "Well, sir, thanks to you, this young lady is going to be just fine. What with her broken ribs and all." She starts moaning and mumbling and attempting to get up, which you often do when you've got broken ribs. She insists on standing, so you help her up. You will break ribs doing CPR. If you do it properly, you 100% will break ribs. Although still a little shook up, the young lady you just rescued thanks you for saving her life and says, "It was fortunate for..." They look like they're holding each other in an embrace. Like, for me, that you were here and that you're a strong swimmer. It was the CPR that saved you, lady. You never... You know, don't take my advice. Yeah, she is from the KGB. She's going to start sticking the little things underneath your fingernails. And then she's going to ask where the onk-lunk is. Alright, so apparently I've got to go right, got to go to the hotel, got to talk to the girl, got to get a key, look at a sign, and note down a telephone number. She just pissed off, by the way. You do not just... Like, a doctor doesn't go, "Congratulations, you're no longer dead. Bye!" That's not how that happens. You don't just get to walk away after having your having CPR done to you. It's an odd person. Is that Jesse Baines waiting for... Oh, he saw me. Jesse Baines saw me. Alright, you know, fake James Bond doesn't get the girl. Alright, let's see. What do we got to do? We got to go look at the girl, talk to the girl. Congratulations. Well, oh, she smiled! Oh. "Hello," the clerk chirps. "Can I help you?" "Possibly. I don't know." Talk girl... Wait, no, I'm in the wrong one. Look girl, talk girl... Get key. "Yes, sir," she says. "Here you are." And then... Look, sign? There's a sign on the wall, but you can't read it from here. Well, it says Chi-Chi Ban. The Chi-Chi Ban. No sinky dinghy. Transportate... The no sinky dinghy. Oh my... Who wrote that? Was that Jim Walls? Hit him. Hit Jim Walls. 555, which denotes that it's a fake number, apparently. 69. 69. We're not playing a Leisure Suit Larry game here. But 6969 is apparently the no sinky dinghy. Alright. In bar. Her face slightly flushed, the young blonde lady says, "Hi, big fella. Sit and join me. I'm drinking Mai Tais." Alright. "Let's have a Mai Tai together," she suggests. "You look like a nice man," she replies. "If you buy me a drink, I'll do anything you want." Apparently, yes, L. Lowe did write, or at least correct, a lot of Jim Wall's writing in Police Quest 1, which is why there's a lot of off-color jokes. So, I wonder if once again, Al Lowe helped Jim Walls and wrote a lot of this game. Because there's a lot of dirty stuff going on. Yep, it's I had a drink, lady. Can we? Oh, I don't want to kid with you. I just want to kiss you. Okay, well, just some more drinks, eh? I'm sure she'll probably keep telling me to keep drinking. So let's just keep drinking. We'll get right hammered, and that way she'll be really ready. Yeah. That's the end of your game, folks. Thanks for coming to the stream. See you next week. Obviously, that's the incorrect lady to be trying to date. The correct lady is sitting down here. I don't know how you meant to tell this is the correct lady. Maybe because she smiles. Obviously excited, she says hello to you. Why is she excited at me? Oh, she says coyly, I wouldn't mind sharing a bottle of champagne with you. Hey, bartender, you say, can I get a bottle of champagne and 2 glasses? Oh, thank you, she breathes. Would you pour me a glass, please? No. I left a woman in severe pain later. How about me and you have a good old time, eh? Alright, took girl, buy drink, dance. Okay, so now it's, right, got a drunk, so let's have a dance. Which I think this is a pretty good animation. This is, most definitely White Boy Can Dance. Go, you white boy, go. He's doing a little butt shake wiggle. I remember, folks, this is a legitimate spy thriller. Look at that little chicken. He's got chicken wing arms. I don't know what the fuck her face is doing when she spins it. A+ animation. Okay, what does it say? Dance with girl. When you have dance enough, type stop. I haven't danced enough. This is amazing. Yeah, boy! Let's see how fast I can make it go. Oh yeah, baby! Alright, yeah. It's just that. Okay, that's enough. That's horrible. I'm sure glad you came along, she tells you. It's kind of a bummer without a little male companionship. Would you like to come back to my place, the girl asks. Apparently the correct answer is yes. What happens if I say no? Well, alright then, maybe some other time, she says in a disappointed tone. Now, according to the walkthrough, that's you know, I've failed the game. I haven't followed the correct thing. I assume you probably could keep cracking at it, but I know you need something from her, so... I wonder if this is a dead-end walking. I wasn't gonna spend too long working. I was hoping it would just pop up with like a death screen, but... That might be a dead game walking. Supposed to be typing something here. Oh, I've got a kiss. I've got a leisure suit lariat. After a tender embrace, she murmurs, "Would you like to come in for a while?" I suppose I walked here. I might as well. She looks at you and says, "Come over and have a seat." I'll look at your room. A beautiful hand-woven Why does it like looks at whatever you're like closest to? She noticed you're snooping and says, "A little nosy, don't you think? Can you kill me? Like, if I nose too much, will you murder me?" Okay. I was hoping I'd open the closet door, but he just decided he was leaving. Wow! Okay, so, when inside hut, sit down beside girl, talk, blah, blah, blah. Okay. In a small voice of despair, the lovely Stacy says to you, you know, John, this vacation has been beautiful for me, except for one thing. Why do I care? I didn't bring you here. She continues, I lost an earring today that is very important to me. I've searched everywhere, and for the life of me, I just can't find it. I know it was on when I left the room, she sighs, but I didn't notice it missing until just before walking into the hotel lobby. Finally, she says, I know I'd be the happiest woman alive if I could find it. I don't care. I don't know this woman. I danced with her a few minutes and kissed her once. She's got a bit of... inside the hut, sit, talk. She'll tell you she's lost kiss and then kiss. Okay. I'll make you happy. The heat of passion begins to overcome you. As you embrace, your eyes begin to roll back into your head. Mate, I think she's got something on her lips. Watch out for that. You thought you had been kissed by the best until this. You think to yourself, my. Apparently this is how sex works. You just keep on kissing. The excitement and romance of the evening will be forever emblazoned on your memory. You think to yourself, there really is a heaven on earth. It's sex, mate. It's not that great. Come on. I mean, it's game over, right? I completed the quest of Leisure Suit Larry. I got laid. Got 1/10 the points, but you know. Everything is over. Stand up. Apparently get out of bed. I went to sleep with my pants on. Couldn't have been that fucking good, mate. Pick up note. Apparently there's a note. You can't do that after all. Oh, I can't? On the table you see a note. Get note? There I picked it up. You read a note apparently written by Stacy. Dear John, thanks for making my vacation so wonderful. You were sleeping so peacefully I just couldn't bring myself to wake you. I have urgent business to tend to and I must leave. I wish you the best and hope we meet again soon. Love, Stacy. She's left me in her room. This is her room. Pick up a note. Open door. Okay, so now we're going to go outside. Yeah, it's only important to know Stacy's name after the sex. Apparently we've got to walk around on the beach outside. Alright. I don't want to hear that music in my ear, so I'm pressing escape. When you walk past the earring, it will sparkle. Get earring, look earring. Okay. I could have looted all of her stuff. Oh, there it is. You pick up the object up. You pick the object up, and sure enough, it's an earring. It appears the top of the earring can be opened, which is abnormal for earrings. After carefully removing the top, you discover that the earring is hollow. Inside the earring is a tiny roll. That's a lot of commands that I didn't need to do. Mercy, mercy, you think to yourself. He likes saying that a lot. That beautiful woman is an undercover agent. She undercover. We were under the covers last night. But for whom, you wonder, as an afterthought. The eerie music says bad guys. It is really weird that she brought it up to you. Like, hello person I'm banging, can you find my fucking earring that contains secret spy materials? Oh, apparently I've got to type get film. That would be embarrassing. You remove the microfilm. So once again, you could leave the microfilm within the earring and screw yourself. Alright, Alright, walk left until you find two huts, not two tubs. The microfilm? They have ways of making you visible? I thought microfilm was called microfish. Might be wrong. Maybe there's two, like there's microfilm and microfish. Oh, see you later, lovely lady I broke the ribs of. I hope you have a wonderful life without me. Alright, so you find, walk to the top and then, so apparently I gotta go to the next screen. Nope, not in there. Walking on this path ain't exactly easy. So spies, yeah, they need their special microfilm for their movie and television roles. I was really hoping you could die by jumping off here. I'm pretty sure I tested it in another stream, and it didn't work. And I wouldn't want to get my shirt wet. Open door. Well, I went around the back apparently. I do like this room has a little like window. Should use the mouse. A little window into the ocean underneath. That's kind of a cool thing. Until you step on it, it breaks and then you fall in the water and glass. You see your clothes in the closet. So apparently got to look at shirt. See nothing special. Look in pocket. There's a little black book in the pocket. Take book. We're going to give this to Sonny Bonds. General Braxton and Gigi Baloney. I'm going to write down that General Braxton. 1-202-555 2729. At least we don't have another fucking 69 joke going on here. Apparently, got to go over here now. What does it say? Got to open the drawer. Oh, look! Then it has a phone, a lamp, and some flowers. I said to look in drawer. You see your ID and some change. Okay, take ID. Take change. Excellent. Let's be a polite guest. Close that. At least this time we can actually leave by the front door. I did wonder about the stars. I didn't want to mention it, but it's like he was rating her. Like, she's a 3-star. Gigi Baloney is a 3-star person he knows. Maybe he means 3-star general, but I have a doubt Gigi Baloney is a 3-star general. I believe I need to get the newspaper from the little stand here. Can I right-click on it? Yeah. Through the plastic window, you see the latest edition of the Tahitian Times. Okay, so what does it say to do? Extend. Oh, can I just buy a magazine? You've left me responses. Oh, look. I had to type deposit coins. It's just an odd thing to have to type. Reading the front page, you learn that the Cold War between the USSR and the United States is beginning to heat up. Topical. The Russian-supported radical terrorist group led by Jarish Khomeini Siab Abdul has taken the United States ambassador to the Middle East hostage. You further learn that the terrorist group is demanding $10 million ransom in order to purchase arms. If the demand is not met within 30 days, the ambassador will be shot through the head instead of the foot, and his body dumped in front of the US Embassy. Well, at least they'll know where his body is. In the response to the Soviet naval build-up to the Mediterranean, the United States has ordered 7th Fleet into the area. The President has vowed that if the ambassador is not released unharmed within a reasonable amount of time, the United States will not hesitate to take an aggressive military stance against the cowardly perpetrators. After reading the paper and discarding it, I threw it in the floor. How rude. You think to yourself, this is really something. After just a short time of military leave, the whole world goes to pot. Well, you know, it's a relaxing drug that some people enjoy. Don't be rude, man. Alright, gotta go inside and talk to the girl, apparently. Hello there, clerk. Can I help you? Get message. You can't do that. Clerk says, "Oh, Mr. Weston, I have an urgent... It's from General Braxton," she informs you. Can I get the message now? You take the message from the clerk. You saw me type it twice before she... That's weird. The message reads, "Call immediately, General Braxton." Well, I guess I'm calling General Braxton. And we're going back to our hut. Yeah, I wonder who exactly... They've got a terrorist organization of somewhere in the Middle East that's kidnapped the entire Middle East ambassador. That's not how that works. Who exactly are they going to go to war with over that? Just the entire Middle East, apparently, according to Jim Walls. I was trying to click to see whether that would make it easier, but it didn't. Can I click here? That's not going to work. I can already tell that's not going to work. I don't know why I've got to go on my door. Like, I could just use the back door, which I leave unlocked. Number to dial, escape to hang up. I mean, yeah, that is the idea. The terrorist group is being supported by the Russians. I doubt America's going to attack the entire Russians just because of the terrorist group. Like, that wouldn't make sense. Right, so 1-202-555-2729. It's the fun phone calling game. After a few rings, someone on the other end answers. The voice bellows, "General Braxton here, what can I do for you?" Because a general often answers his own phone. Do I have to type something? Oh, I do. Well, use it. Apparently just talk. Like, why do I have to type talk? You identify yourself to the general and tell him that you received his message. After the mutual hellos and "how have you been" greetings, the general says, "Sorry to cut your leave short, but we're in the middle of an explosive situation." He continues, "Due to the sensitive nature of what we are dealing with, I can't give you any details over the phone. I need you here in Washington as soon as possible. Report to the maximum security briefing room." After acknowledging your orders to Washington, you say goodbye and hang up the phone. Click. That was the dumbest puzzle in the world. And now I've got to call the No Sinky Dinghy company. Oh, I remember the phone number. That's nice. 555-6969. That's a real phone number. The voice on the other end intones, "No Sinky Dinghy transport. Can I help you?" I want one. You advise the person of your location that you need transportation to the airport. You're told to meet the dinghy in front of the hotel entrance. Click. And now I can leave, right? Go back, walk right to the game starting location, and I get another cutscene. So that's lovely. So the start of this game has already been a bunch of puzzles that are just boring. Like, how the hell did this come? Oh. Next stop, Tahiti Airport. Oh, we're on our way. Okay. There we go. Off we go. So that one's our hut, number 6. Number 6. Bottom. So this is lovely. Yeah, this game has already started out pretty crap. As you climb to 45,000 feet above the South Pacific on your way to Washington, D.C., you sit back and begin to relax for a moment. Soon you find yourself asleep and dreaming of the island paradise you just left. Fortunately, you were able to sleep most of the way. Happy the flight is over, you land at Dulles Airport. Isn't that Dallas? Dulles? 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 What are you Americans? Get a real name. Oh. Oh, I look very different. I suddenly look very, very different. So, off we go. We're going to go back this way. Nothing can be accomplished by going back into... Well, that's unfortunate. Oh. Ah! Can I get... Oh, I couldn't get crushed. The driver asks you, are you Commander Westland? I might be. I'm leaving, though. Can I leave? Look, I might be, but you've got no proof. It is my responsibility to look at your identification, sir. So if you left your ID behind, you'd be boned. You show the driver your military identification card. He examines it closely, thanks you as he returns it and says, please have a seat, Commander. So I think he has the same rank as James Bond. I think James Bond is a Lieutenant Commander or a Lieutenant Commander. Boop, boop. I could say no and get a game over. Hell yeah, I can. If you tell me there's a way I can die, I will 100% try and do it. Okay. Come on, kill me. For the purpose of this game, you are in fact Commander Westland. Since you have lost your ride, you have no alternative other than starting the game over or restoring your previous save game. That is so dumb. Restore your game because it's too hard for us to program a second car. Yeah, have my ID, mate. I mean, let's go for a trip now. Alright, hopefully I can get killed by the military. I'm looking forward to the idea of the military gunning me down. This game's been a lot of cutscenes so far. I guess they're trying to tell a more... You arrive at the Pentagon in a timely manner. A more sort of cinematic story. It's not working though. Can I... Wait, hang on. I'll save again, because you know... Can I just leave? Have a nice day, sir! I'm just leaving. Bye! You bought the plane for Pearl Harbor. What?! That's not how that works, game. That is not how that works. You see a guard at his station. Alright, how about if I go further and... Halt, the guard commands. The guard further explains, I must check your identification. Nah, man. Rather abruptly, the guard says, hold it, mister. No one passes without identifying himself. Watch me. Halt. Oh, come on, game. It's not letting me die. That's rude. Your ID, please, the guard says. You hand your identification to the guard. The guard looks at your ID, then returns it and says, thank you very much, Commander. You've been expected. You have been expected. You have been expected. Please, but that's not right. You have been expected. It's you are expected. Not you've been expected. Press button? It just says press button. Oh, wow, cool. You hear the whine of the elevator as it approaches. I was really hoping the guard would just be like, bam, bam, bam. But, he didn't. Okay, so... I finished page 1. Sir, I must see a proper identification before you may pass. No! I will not show it. Goodbye. Goodbye. Kill me. Kill me, please. Oh. This is so unfair. All the crap deaths we've had so far, and yet literally cannot die in what should be like a really hostile situation. The guard looks at your ID, then shoves it in his pocket and says, "Thank you very much, Commander. You may pass through..." No, hang on. You give that back, mate. You give that back, eh? That's mine. That's my ID. He just nicked my ID. The captain will be waiting... Okay, hang on. Captain will be waiting for your side. He will brief you on your mission. Take note of the number you are told to memorize. After the briefing, get envelope, walk outside, get ID from guard. Alright, so got my pen. Welcome, John, Braxton says. Sorry to cut short your leave, but the matter before us is of utmost importance. Can I walk around? No. Can I enter through this? Have a seat, John, and I'll bring you up to date, he says. Can you tell me about Stacy? General Braxton speaks. This meeting has been called due to the recent kidnapping of Ambassador Richard Lloyd by terrorist Jahara Komi Seb Abdul. I'm just going to call him Abdul, I think. He continues, our intelligence has located the compound where the ambassador is being held, and for security reasons, that information will not be disclosed in this meeting. Because the other person in here might be a spy. The President has sent the US 7th Fleet to the Mediterranean as a diversion. Our job is to rescue the ambassador by taking advantage of a well-conceived covert operation codenamed ICEMAN. Directing his attention to you, the General says, Westland, due to your past outstanding performances, you have been chosen to carry out this mission. He continues, you are temporarily assigned to the nuclear attack submarine USS Blackhawk. Is that a plane? You will rendezvous, he says, with the boat at Pearl Harbor. The papers authorizing your assignment are in the sealed manila envelope located on the table in front of you. The General continues, you will report only to the captain of the USS Blackhawk, Jonathan Hawkins. Hawkins, me lad! Finalizing your orders, the General tells you the details of the mission are locked in a safe at the Blackhawk. And finally, he says, commit the numbers 134 to memory. They have nothing to do with the safe, but you must remember them. Are we done? Guess not. At this time, gentlemen, I turn the meeting over to Forrest Collins of the Central Intelligence Agency. The one we couldn't say stuff in front of, because he might be a spy. I will show off that other death then. The agent directs his conversation to you and says, Westland, our intelligence has verified this compound as the one where Ambassador Richard Lloyd is being held. He continues, you must make contact with a female agent who will be disguised as a Muslim. I'm feeling a bit hinky about this game all of a sudden. You must use the codename ICEMAN. She will have in her possession a map directing you, he elaborates. Next slide, please. You're in charge of that, mate. The agent amplifies. The agent amplifies? He makes something louder? From Pearl, you will set a course heading of 30 degrees latitude, 170 degrees longitude. Not until reaching these coordinates will you unlock and review your orders. Next slide, please. This is so boring. The agent indicates this is the USS Blackhawk. What separates this attack sub from the others is a device called the Electronic Noise Cancellation Transducer. The transducer is attached to the drive shaft where it picks up generated noise and then feeds the noise through a computer which cancels it. This makes for a much more improved The computer does magic! That's it for me, Westland, he concludes. I'll turn it back to General Braxton. Stupid. Just one final thing. Although you have completed submarine school, it will be necessary for you to be checked out on a few of the control room systems while aboard the Blackhawk. The system's qualification will entitle you to earn your gold dolphins, he adds. Well, gentlemen, he says, that concludes this meeting. Remember, Westland, time is of the essence. Goodbye and good luck to you. This is Stacy. I met her. I found a secret film on her, which I still have done nothing with. Like, I've still got this microfilm. Which apparently I haven't told them about. Alright, so I'm going to save this as after meeting. So I can quickly go. So apparently if I leave, I'll get another death. And that interests me. I do like seeing the deaths. I definitely think someone here watched Red October. So apparently I'm going to Pearl Harbor. I'm going into deep thought, even though I didn't go to my meeting, so... I don't know how I'd know that. I didn't go to the meeting. Speedrun tactics. I was promised a death from this speedrun tactic, so it wouldn't really be the best one. But yeah, I'm really hoping this will be at least semi-amusing. I just love that he knows all of this stuff that we didn't see in this version. God, this plane takes a while though. This is what everyone loves, right? Just watching a plane ride. And not only run into her, she happened to have dropped the entirely, you know, very precious microfilm. Microfilm. Well, I don't have the order. So yeah. That's it. That was... You did say it was crap. So I knew it would be crap. But damn. Now, I'm supposed to get the... envelope. The envelope has my orders. Oh, we're not supposed to open them. Maybe I should steal the glass. You can't do that. Oh. How exactly did you get here and how did you know all this stuff? Give me back my ID. The guard quickly fumbles through his pockets, pulls out an ID and hands it to you. Is it my ID though? Because that sounds like it's not. You look at the ID given to you by the guard. The name on the ID is Major General Marcus J. Hood. And I'm checking my walkthrough and I'm not supposed to give it back. So I assume that switching it back is, yeah, that's a death knell. You have to have gotten the incorrect ID. That's horrible design. Because if you're someone like me, like I merely read that and was like, yeah, okay, I've gotten the wrong ID. Look, ID, it's the wrong ID. I'd assume, oh, you got to hand it back to get a point. But instead, what you're probably doing is guaranteeing that later on in the line, you're going to have the wrong ID and you're going to die. That's crap. I mean, this game's already had some dead ends and stuff like that. That's terrible game design. Like, that's beyond just a dead end. That's really bad. Have a nice day, sir. Bye. This time I'm leaving for reals. This isn't just par for the course. That's bad for even a Sierra game. That's pretty crap. One thing I do want to say about Secret of Monkey Island, because yeah, it did change how adventure games could be made. You could have no deaths. You could have no dead ends. You could have a fun game that way. when I played Thimbleweed Park, it bashed on about how, you know, oh, LucasArts changed adventure games. It's the best thing ever. No deaths, no dead ends. And I really wanted to tweet him, there is a death in Secret of Monkey Island. It's not until later games that there are no deaths in a LucasArts game. Secret of Monkey Island, if you jump in the water and you stay there for 10 minutes, you drown. Now, to be fair, that's a dumb death. But when you're claiming there are no deaths in your game and it's a special thing because of that, and there is a death, you get owned. Well, yes. So you gotta show orders to get him to agree to show you orders. It's weird. Show the driver your orders from the Pentagon, he looks them over, then returns them to you. You settle back for the short drive to Pearl Harbor. I assume that's Pearl Harbor Air Base, or Naval Base. After passing several security checks, you arrive at the pier where the US Black Hawk is tied up. I didn't tweet it to him, I wouldn't. You change into uniform and show your personal belongings in preparation for boarding. I'm not an asshole. But yeah, that sort of annoyed me about Thimbleweed Park, that it banged on about that. Apparently I got changed in the back of that car. Move up until you're standing beside man, salute flag, salute officer, talk officer, show order. Okay. I'm hoping there's deaths here. Can I walk off? Okay. Come on! Like, that's basic Sierra stuff, letting you fall off. Zach McCracken, I think, is before... I have the wrong one. It doesn't tell me to change the ID on the walkthrough. Actually, no, it does. I'm going to keep it for now. I want to salute a second time. I will go back and get it, because I want to make sure I want to get max points. I want to get max points. I don't know why. I just really want to have the end of this, to be done with ICEMAN forever. Turn the speed all the way up. There we go. And nothing was lost. Alright, so salute flag. Proudly you whip a salute officer. You could say, yeah, but that's just the same death. You receive no... Good morning, says the officer of the deck. Good morning to you too, my good sir. Request permission to come aboard, sir, you ask the officer of the deck. The officer of the deck says, your orders, please, sir. You hand the officer of the deck the manila envelope containing your orders. Confirming your orders, the officer of the deck retains them and says, permission granted, Commander Westland. Welcome aboard the USS Black Hawk. The captain is expecting you, sir, he continues. I couldn't even jump off. You got 3 extra points for following proper military procedures. I assume that's the saluting. You go to your quarters and change clothes. This guy changes clothes non-stop. Here are my secret spy orders. Alright, so when I'm in here, apparently... You open the drawer and see a vernier caliper. They're like measuring devices, right? Yeah. Precision measuring device. Nope, 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 nope. Once again, typing that, he will just run across the building. There is nothing of interest there. Open bookshelf, it says. Oh, a booze shelf isn't the right thing. That's where you keep your booze. That's a bookshelf, is it? That's what you're supposed to recognize as a bookshelf. Most of the books consist of boring governmental directives. However, one that catches your eye is entitled Decoding. You remove the decoding book from the shelf. Okay, it did look different, so... You see your bookshelf on the wall. Is it a huge sectional? A plush couch like this is found only in the officers' quarters. It's the latest in submarine slumber. Alright, hang on. Can we go in there? We get... Oh! You look around the small but adequate bathroom facility. It is equipped with a small sink, mirror, shower, and marine toilet. There is a small warning light above the toilet. This is a typical marine toilet that dumps waste into the ship's holding tanks. When the holding tanks are full, they are pressurized to force the waste into the open ocean. Edutainment Munch continues. If you flush the toilet when this light is on, the pressure will cause the contents of the holding tanks to forcibly expelled through your toilet. The light is currently not on. Use the toilet, flush it, then wash your hands. If I just keep using the toilet, will it eventually fill up and kill me? I guess not. Alright. Just need to go to the toilet. Be right back. It is 100% for me. That is telling me I need to put my drops in. Well, I tried checking the light. I don't know how else I should check it. Alright. I actually have a manual for eye drop procedure. And I'm following all directions. Sierra has taught me well. If I fuck this up, my eye will explode and die. And I don't want that. I was going to open the door. So, submarines are small things on the inside. I don't think captain quarters look like this. Or even officers' quarters. Like, this is way too large. They'd still be in very cramped quarters. Funnily enough. Grab a drawer, caliber, open bookshelf, get book of coding, save your game. At this moment, walk to the left door. Right. I know what's coming. It's time to drive the submarine. Just as you enter the control room, the captain greets you. Oh, 100%. The captains and the officers would get better rooms than the grunts. But there's still going to be tiny little fucking closets. Just as you enter the control room, the captain greets you. Welcome aboard, Commander Westland. Your credentials are admirable, he beams. We're proud to have you as part of the team. Rambling on, he says, the success of this mission depends on how fast we can move. Commander Westland, he says, by now you have both reviewed the documentation and familiar yourself with the operations of the control board. No, I haven't. The training you received at submarine school will come into play now, he says. Have a seat at the controls, John. It's time you learn to drive this baby. I'll give you every command as we get underway. Believe me, John, he continues, by the time this mission is over, I guarantee you'll be an expert. I fucking hope not. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, so I'll read what it says here. At control panel, warning, do not carry out the action until the captain tell you to do so. Captain, I hate to tell you, I'm a fat, overweight Australian. I don't really know how to do this. The panels before you control and monitor those systems necessary for operation of the submarine. Documentation included in the packaging of this product explains the control function of each instruction on the control panel. All ahead slow. Press plus once. Right full rudder. Apparently until we get to 180. Which I think is this number up here. Change course to 270. Oh, isn't this fun? By fun, I mean not at all. This is a very bad idea, Jim Walls. Arcade sequences like this are no bueno. Hold her steady. What does hold her steady mean? Doesn't mean anything, apparently. Canada's saying no. This is this. Oh, I can't look at that. Prepare for dive sequence. Acknowledge green board. Dive, dive, dive. Rig planes. Level off at 200 feet. Confirm when depth obtained. Depth obtained. So what do I press for that? Type green board. Dive. Press up arrow key until depth is 200 feet. I didn't close the hatch, apparently. So... Acknowledge green board, close hatch, type green board. Oh, so I've got to type... Okay. The instructions on my walkthrough are bad. Yeah, how's it my job to close it? Like, shouldn't that be someone else's job? Am I the only one working on this ship? Can I crash into, like, if I just what happens if I just disobey him? I'm gonna go the wrong way. Fuck you, I don't care what you say. I'm going full speed ahead, mate. Apparently, if you don't listen to him, he gets angry eventually. Okay, so let me just check. It says when you you should see 2 light up at the throttle speed indicator. Where's the throttle speed indicator? Right, there you go. I got to 1.8 without screwing up this time. The worst thing is the alerts don't actually freeze time. So you can really just be, like, you blink for a second, you might miss one. Well, it's missing part of the entire world. There's no Russia on there, but we don't have to worry about them. They're not important. Hold her steady. Okay. Okay, so that's number 2. All right. Alright, so close hatch, please. Using the PA system, you order the hatches closed. So yeah, it was 100% my fault. I have to tell them. Green board, dive, dive, dive. So it says to press up. Report when depth attained. Depth attained, mate. Aye, Commander Westland. Change heading to 360 degrees. Let's... I'll go right to 360, I suppose? Wait. It's through... Well, apparently I made him mad because I went right past it. This is... Wow, I didn't realize how bad... I knew this was bad. But holy shit, this is bad. I'm going to make some saves during it this time so that I can not have to keep restarting. But apparently I went from 270 to 360 instantaneously without realizing. And someone at Sierra sat down and said this was fine. This was acceptable. And that person was Ken Williams, and we should all hit him. It's a naughty boy, Ken Williams. And this is the easy part. This is him teaching you how to do it. He's going to want me to go a bit faster now. Vroom, vroom. Alright, let's, sub dive. So that way we won't make this mistake again. Alright, so close hatch. Green board. And we want to dive down to 200. Oh, so. Depth attained, Captain. And I'm going to save again. Oh, I think he's told me to go to 360. There we go. I think I've made him happy now. What do you want me to do next? Next it's going to be full throttle, press plus key until all lights up. And then it's going to be an all stop. Okay. Alright. Steady as she goes. Alright. Continue not playing the game. Also, I don't seem to have moved. Like, I'm just here, right? Bring a left to 355 degrees. Well, actually, hang on. What if I yell report? I don't understand. Maintain current heading and speed. Correct. I'll continue playing the game by not playing it. After a short trip, you arrive at your first rendezvous point. All stop. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've not put it in reverse gear. It says to be careful not to reverse gear it. As the US Black Hawk comes to a stop, the captain taps you on the shoulder and says, "Meet me in my quarters, Westland. It's time to open that briefcase." But I don't wanna. I wanna keep driving the boat, Dad. Good job, Johnny. Follow me to my quarters for a quick briefing. And his room's huge too. He's also got the same picture of his own submarine. As the captain walks across the room, he says, "Just a second, John, while I get the briefcase out of the safe." I miss Police Quest 3 right now. And I hate Police Quest 3. The captain speaks to you and says, "Okay, John, tell me your half of the combination." Oh, I can't even escape it. I don't know if you noticed, but there's a little spy watching us. He just keeps looking at random crap when I type look. Well, I already opened the case, so gotta get envelope, open envelope. Oh, okay. A lot of getting envelopes in this game. Opening the envelope, you look in and see that the contents are a chart and a set of orders. I think it said read chart, read order. You carefully look at the chart over and see that your destination is the Mediterranean. You read over the orders which contain the following. Commit the following orders to memory before destroying them. Oh. Well, at least all the coordinates are written down here, apparently. The expediency of this mission is of utmost importance to the survival of the Ambassador. Use extreme caution navigating the Bering Sea. The USR is threatening blockade of the Straits due to claimed violations of United States military operating inside her territorial waters. Also, resolution thing isn't bugging out at the moment. I seem to have fixed it. And I'm not dropping any frames, so I'm really happy of how the stream's going. Hopefully the quality is quite good for you guys. Should be 480p. Washington has denied these accusations and has issued a counter-communique warning the Soviets that appropriate action will be taken if the blockade is encountered. Arrive Mediterranean at 12 degrees longitude, 36 degrees latitude, no later than 0700 January 29th. That's 31. That's not what's on there, but rendezvous with a female CIA agent at nearby Oasis at 1000 hours. So boring. Come to periscope depth at 9:30 hours this date for further coded messages. Wait, that's after, well, it's before 1000, but maybe it just means this one. Your destination is the Mediterranean, East Coast of Tunisia. The route you must follow will include the following areas: Bering Sea, Bering Straits, Arctic Ocean, Greenland Sea, Denmark, straight between Greenland and Iceland. Proceed south through the North Atlantic, east through the Straits of Gibraltar into the Mediterranean. From time to time, you'll receive additional orders by radio. Good luck and Godspeed. Well, Captain Jonathan Hawkins says, looks like that's in... I mean, he's even Jonathan. Oh, I haven't put my other drops in. Oops. That doesn't matter. We're going to leave 5 minutes between them anyway, so... I think I just put the same one in. Oh, it doesn't matter. John boy, he can... Apparently I'm John as well. Continues, let's shove off and get back to work. Give me those orders, he says, taking them from your hand. I'll see to it that they're destroyed. Or will he? Just before leaving the room, the captain says, Westland, make sure you figure out the coordinates for your proposed route and enter them into the computerized charts table. Damn it. I was hoping I could sink the ship. Waiting around. Oh, I've got to read anyway, and I've already saved, so I might as well just... so what have I got next? Blah, blah, blah. Walk to the right door, open door, look map, plot course. Well, son, the captain says, if you're confused over what I just said, just follow me and I'll lead you back to the control room. Nah, man. I'm gonna look at your room. What do you got over here? Apparently nothing.
Nothing at all.
You see nothing special.
What submarine? Submarine special?
What? Well, if you're not willing to do the job you're assigned, says the captain we've discussed, I guess we'll have to find someone else.
Okay.
What a wimp. You're right, I am a wimp. So, like, you can die from just, like, staying in this room too long, which you might do. You might just get up and, like, walk away for a second. But, like, actively trying to get yourself shot doesn't work. Can I fall down the stairs? Ah. Ah. I was hoping I could kill myself by falling downstairs. So, apparently this submarine is only 3 rooms. As Captain, I outrank the Pentagon. He totally does, obviously. What if I just yell open hatch? You've left me responseless. Yeah, I thought I would. Oh, there we go. Oh, where does this go?
To heaven.
Oh, apparently I can't do that while the sub's moving. Oh. It's kind of got like a diagonal movement to a lot of his stuff. Makes it very hard to actually control him. Go on, go up the stairs. So I use this ladder over here. Oh yeah, the water height prevents you from climbing any further.
You just flooded the submarine?
You? Bugger off. Go do what you're supposed to be doing. Go to sleep. You know it's past 9 o'clock. Is there anything further back this way? No. That's unfortunate. What was that noise? Something else is making a noise in my house. It's not my tablet. What's it making a noise for? Apparently it's called random alarm, James.
What's the holiday, so I changed it.
Okay. Well, that was my son's alarm that he'd set himself to say to go to sleep. And he set it at a random time since the school holidays. Apparently if I type plot course, that'll work. Oh wow, that's weird. So what am I supposed to be? 3170. Then 7170. This is really bad. Oh, okay. This is horrible. 8477. This is meant to be engaging. I can't even get it to land on 77. Apparently we're going even further this way. We're going to 1. Which I also can't get to. 6225. The even worse thing, you don't even have a marker on your map. Wait, hang on, sorry. It's supposed to be 62. So you're not like, you know, you can't sort of work it out by like moving a illegal course apparently. This is horrible. Oh, I buggered that up. I put in a wrong course. How do can I remove? Backspace? I don't know how to make it go backwards. It went backwards, I don't know how. Now it's just going random places. I don't know how to make it go backwards. I made it go backwards twice just then, but now I've got no bloody clue. Hey, have no fear. I'll be there any second now once I work out how to use your broken crap. Right, look map. What course? Alright, so that brings that up. If I do... It doesn't understand the word delete. This is really bad. Right, so 3170. And I want to go 7170. I want to go 8477. Oh, there we go. Got that one easy enough. Then I'm going to go 841. I can't even get it to stop on 1. Hmm. 6225. Does 25 go the other way? No. And I'm tapping keys like as quickly as you can possibly tap them. Alright, that worked. And then it wants me to go 3612. You have input the maximum number of waypoints, but your course is a maximum deviation of 200 nautical miles from an optimal course. Your course has been accepted by the onboard navigation computer. That is a horrible puzzle. I was literally about to say, nah, screw this, I'll quit the game. Because that's too nasty. I see that you feel at ease with your new map table, Commander. I do not. If you have a seat, I'll direct you to the next radio contact. I put a bunch of waypoints. It already knew where I was going, apparently. Maintain current heading, Commander. I need to save again. All ahead, 2/3. 1, 2, 3. Set depth for 300 feet. Acknowledge when depth is attained. Well. Oh, bloody heck. Well, I'm really lucky I saved it. The up and down's like the wrong way round, so it's actually kind of hard to... Probably should turn down my speed. Okay. Back to that, yep. What's your throttle? Oh, apparently I'm not going fast enough. I'm sorry. Sonar contact. Oh, it's yelling sonar contact. I better check what the manual says. Press Shift F3. Twin screws bearing 330 degrees off port bow. Do you want me to turn to 330 degrees? Range 17,000 and closing. Stand by for signature identification. This game is so bad. Sonar computerized signature scan. Friendly. Oh, well then I'll ignore it then. Don't worry about it. Type French frigate. Oh, so we spotted a bloody boat. What was I worried about? What exactly is my job and what is your job, Captain? Because I seem to be driving this boat at the moment. Come to periscope depth. What's periscope depth? Because this bit's not on my walkthrough. Apparently I've got to go to 70 feet. All ahead, slow. I am trying to follow the, Commander, radio standing by with coded message. I'm trying to follow a walkthrough because there's no way in hell I'm doing this without a walkthrough. You have coded message from Washington. Washington code keys for the message are FDDB. Wait, I did that wrong. FDDB. Oh, apparently FFFC. Radio man hands you the message from the CIA command. CIA code keys are... Oh, what? Read this walkthrough. Okay, use your decoding book. Alright, well, let's... A code book. So what does it say? Check out your manual appropriate page, line and word according to the coded... Oh, I'm going to have to get the manual out now. Hopefully I've got a copy. Convert the alphabets to number. So FD is 14, DB is 4, 1, it's 11, 1, and C is 6, BE is 8, 2. This is horrible. J9, F is 1, D is 4. And a G is 3. This is just the bloody worst. Alright, that's his room. My room's this one, apparently. Now to find my ICEMAN manual. I should save at some point, but... I mean, it's only another manual code, so let's just use the computer. US Navy decoding computer. Car... You've left me responseless. Oh, okay. Car. Door. Having entered the primary and secondary word keys, you then type in the coded message. The computer deciphers the message. Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet and couldn't decipher this code. Along came a spider and sat down beside her and he couldn't do it either. Decode another message. No. The thing is, they read out the walkthrough saying... Check up your manual on the appropriate page, line and word according to the coded message. Walk to your room, use your computer, enter the 2 words you find into the computer. But I got given 4 sets of letters. So that works out to be 4 words, not 2. I assume that I'm just doing the CIA one? Alright, do I have an ICEMAN manual? I'm really sure I do. Because I've got manuals for like nearly all my games. Just gotta check. I don't know which one it would be in, but yeah. Would it be in ICEMAN? ICEMAN! Info page? What's page? Ah, that looks like it's a part of it. So I do the Navy one. Alright, well that's 14 and 11. Do I have paragraph 14 and 11? I do. And then... So 14, line 4, word 1. California? And then... Oh, that's wrong. I did the wrong way around. 11, line 1, word 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Directory. And then... I keep doing it back to bloody front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's redwood. 14, 4, and 1 is liquid. Hopefully I got that right. someone really sat down and thought this was the appropriate, you know... I mean, I know it's supposed to be like a spy thriller and all that, but there's no fun in doing it this way. Having entered the primary and secondary word keys, you then type in the coded message. Computer deciphers the message. Oh. So apparently I got that wrong still. Even though I did it right. 14, 4, and 1. Yeah, it's liquid. 11, 1, and 6. 11, 1, 6 is redwood. Of course, who says that my the little cheat sheet I've got there isn't wrong? At this point, this isn't copy protection. This is just how can we screw around with players. Manuals. Colonel's bequest. Commandos. Constructor, so it's not there. Is it under I? No. Right, yeah, apparently this is what Sierra thought was compelling gameplay for their spy thriller. Well, one thing I should double check before I do anything else was that because I put capitals, so maybe that was wrong. Nope. Make sure I put the right things. F is 1, D is 4. That might be right. That's a B, not a D, so that should be 8. I mean, anything right now would be better than just this hum in my ear. So first off is 14, 4, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. War. So apparently we're looking for war redwood. And I assume that this was random as well. So, you know, you'd get random stuff. What's a poisonous decoding? Contacting fishermen. Locate fisherman's net. Signal your presence by placing a bottle in net when way is clear. Fisherman will move bottle, receive next communique at waypoint. Alright, so let me see. Oh, wow, and here's coming up is the gambling gate. So this isn't actually telling me to do the CIA one yet. Walk to left door, open door, climb down the kitchen, get bottle. Fat man will come to you and ask you to play a game of dice with him. Save the game at this point. Reply yes. You're only allowed to restore the game at most 3 times during the game, so be careful. Win the bottle from him, then win all his money. He will then take out a device in order to carry on gambling with you. Reply yes. Win the device from him. There is no 100% way to win the dice game, so prepare to start all over again. Walk left, climb down tube, walk right to weapon room, talk man, look panel, push button, the conveyor will stop halfway, examine it will show a sheared cylinder, look cylinder, oh my bloody god. Bloody heck. Which asshole sat down and said we want a random gambling minigame in our spy thriller and then said, oh, but by the way, you can't cheat. It's almost been 2 hours, and normally I only stream for about 2 hours, so that's good. You see a bottle of smooth Alonso rum on the table. As you reach for the bottle, you see a man enter the galley. Hello? Aye, Commander Westland, interjects the old seaman. You appear to be eyeballing me bottle of rum. Would you be interested in wagering a $10 bill for this fine bottle, sir? He asked with a sly wink. It really is Al Lowe. With a gleam in his eyes and excitement in his voice, the old seaman says, get fucked, dude. You're about to get screwed. Let's roll him, Commander, and may Lady Luck be on your side. Apparently I've got Crin. You have the edge, sir. What? Oh no. So let's save within this. So if I go restore, well, do you think your little rest has changed your luck? And I do it again. I do it again. Try again. Apparently that is not doing anything. Probably because it's you can play by moving the cursor with your direction keys and then hitting enter. Also, you can move the cursor using a mouse and then click for enter. But what's the goal? I thought I was restoring. You wouldn't be saving the game just to avoid losing, would you? I was just going through the saving over and over again, wasn't I, like an idiot? I think maybe I've got to... CRN. Without the manual on hand, like, I don't know what these bloody mean. Well, R means roll, apparently. Let's go for another restore and see what happens. What does C do? So C is like stand? And that's the leg for me. One more will get me a horse, you exclaim. Start a new round, he scowls. He got the 4 6s, but he then was just like, start a new round. Also, it looks you in the eye and says, now, lad, I won't be playing with you restoring every time you lose. That'd be cheating. Wow. That's just... That's the worst. I don't even know what the bloody game is. I mean, he's going again. Well, it might have gone to a full game over, but I didn't want to bother waiting for that. The dice aren't working for me, he complains. I'll be having to ask you to roll again. He just gets to say, nah, you have to roll again, mate. I really don't get what's going on here. It's up to you. What's up to me? What's N? N doesn't seem to do anything. I don't even know what, like, what am I aiming for here? Like, to get... I'm pretty sure I've got a PDF somewhere. I just don't know what the actual point of this... I assume the dice game's in there, but it's about to be 2 hours, and I'm going to stop anyway. Well, I've got 2 2s, so am I aiming... to get more 2s? Like... Okay, apparently... Apparently it's up to me again. This one's saying I need to beat him 3 times. Which is from the Sierra help pages. I've got to beat him for the bottle, then take all his money, and then get the device that he has. You be the boss, sir. Well, I haven't won the bottle off him. Well, I got 2 4s. Now I've got 3 4s. So I've won the rum bottle. And there's not even any music. 'Tis me that's boss, he says. Okay, so he gets to... That means he gets to roll. Start a new round, he scowls. That must be what the end does. If you got nothing or something. Can I be the boss this time? Let's see what I can roll, Commander, the old guy says. Sure now, 'tis me bad luck that'll be causing me to lose all me money. Let's roll again. Am I winning? He's made us roll again twice now. Shouldn't that mean I win? 'Tis me that's boss, he says. Yeah, you've been boss the last couple of times, mate. It demands, come on up. Oh, okay, now it's... Well, I've got 2 3s. I mean, exclaims happily, one more win and the bet'll be mine. This is the worst mini game I've ever seen in a Sierra game. And that includes the submarine driving. You have the edge, sir. Thank you. I've got 2 3s, so I guess I'm re-rolling these ones. Or do I want to re-roll one of the 3s and hope for a 2? I can't believe there's 8 people watching this. I feel sorry. Well, I've got 2... Yeah, come on. 2 3s and 2 6s. That's a thing, right? The old rugged sort, my lad, appears as though your wings have been clipped again. So he stole some of my money. There is more animation in this. Yeah, the sub-driving gets worse. The captain gets sick. And then he can't command you what to do. And you get attacked. And you've got to defend yourself. Let me see him, Commander, the old guy says. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I can get a 5... And he's going for 3 6s. So if I want to beat him, I really have to go for more 6s as well. And he's stolen another one of my dollars. There is a lot of wasted, you know, animation in this scene. Someone really sat down and designed this scene. I put a lot of thought into it, a lot of animation, a lot of time, and yet this is what we get. Your response to the win is, let's play. Let's play! Okay, well, you're the boss. Good for you, mate. And he gets to just say, nah, I don't want to play this. Let's re-roll. It seems unfair that he can just demand a re-roll. Apparently we matched scores then. He's doing it again. Like, shouldn't I be winning if he's like, I can't win? Alright, I think I'm going to play the dice game off camera. Because there's no way in hell we're doing that. It's going to take hours. And it's been 2 hours, so I want to say thank you all for coming. 8 people are watching at the moment, which is really baffling why you'd stick around for this game. If you can throw some likes on the video, that does help to some degree. Thank you all for coming. Someone type in submarine potatoes for hearing my goodbye. I'm going to put my last drop in. I know I missed him a little bit. Oh, there we go.